While the country is still grappling with the pandemic that we all are faced with as far as coronavirus outbreak is concerned, Delhi finds itself amidst yet another health crisis. It was first heard in Ahmedabad, where mucormycosis was found in a few patients who were recovering post-COVID, and now it's reached New Delhi as well. I'm joined by Dr. Manish Munjal, who is a senior consultant at Gangaram Hospital at the ENT department. So thank you so much for speaking to us. So it's said to be a deadly fungal infection that seemed to have now reached New Delhi. Could you brief us about it, get us a basic outlay of what are the symptoms, what can be the precautions, how did it happen, and how fatal can it possibly get?
Yeah, sure. It has always been deadly, and therefore it's not new. Mucormycosis, or a fungal infection as it is known as, it belongs to a species called the Rhizopus species of mucor, and it is there in all around us. It's nothing reaching or something. It is there all around it. It's basically a plant fungus, but when it invades animal tissue, especially somewhere where the host immunity, that's the tissue, cannot deal with the infection, it colonizes and starts really invading in a sense like an army, and it starts killing tissues in a matter of hours actually. And sometimes we see badly infected people with absolute no chance of survival in a matter of a few days. So we are really concerned at it. And why it is happening in post-COVID patients is because all COVID patients who have got admitted have received some form of immunosuppression, and the biggest culprit is steroids. What happens is you get the steroids, your symptoms get better, which were due to the cytokine storm in the body, the breathing problem, everything that gets better. You go home, and then the body, while it is recovering from all those effects, get this infection from somewhere. That infection gets into your nose, travels, starts killing around, reaches the eye, and in no time your eye is gone. And then if it reaches the brain, it is almost curtains, because it got infectivity and mortality rate in even the first person that you can think of would be around 50%. And if it actually goes into the brain, we are seeing mortality rates above 80% in those kind of people. We really lose the battle once it goes into the brain.
So has mucormycosis always been there, or is that something new? Is there any cure for it, and at what stage can it possibly be thwarted and stopped?
Yeah. It is a disease of the immunocompromised, and therefore it can be seen away from the context of only COVID also. It is common in transplant centers. There you can see it, where people have been given immunosuppression. It can be seen in people who are very elderly, who've got their immune systems weakened. Diabetics are a big risk ratio, and therefore we always say, if you have diabetes, control your diabetes. And lastly but not the least, any patient who has an inborn error of immunity, low immunity due to various reasons, those people are at great risk. But the induced immunosuppression, that is because of steroids and all, is something which we're seeing in huge numbers in COVID.
How can we stop it? At what stage? Is it preventive?
It can be partially preventive, in the sense that the role of our physician community comes in. How much and for how many days a steroid has to be given to a COVID patient should be defined. We are literally not putting a limit on it. Sometimes it's really required. You can never say no to it, but how much has to be given, one should see in context of what disease patient already has, for example diabetic, whatever the things I told you. But of course, if you have given it to such a patient, they should be closely monitored later on for the signs and symptoms of mucormycosis.
So what are the signs and symptoms of mucormycosis?
It can start from a simple thing like a persisting nose obstruction. Even after you've got okay with your corona infection, after that, if you find your nose is still stuffy, it is dry actually, not wet usually. Like in common cold, your nose is all stuffy and wet, but in mucormycosis, the nose is usually very dry and sometimes crusty. If you find those crusts coming on, you can't feel your nose, your cheeks get numb, these are really dangerous signs that you should look out for, and you should consult your doctor. Of course, if the infection is going into the eye, you will start having eye pain, you will have reddening of the eye, swelling, but that's where you're already going up the ladder in the disease course. So very important that you first notice that symptom. Quite a few patients have come to me with symptom of loosening of teeth, the teeth falling off. Very agile dental colleagues of yours sending you patients why this dental thing is happening. There also because the jawbone has become weak because of the infection, it has rapidly gone. We must look at these symptoms very seriously, because if you catch them then and there with good medicines and all, there is possibility.
Any precautions that you can possibly suggest, because people are already very, very paranoid with coronavirus outbreak, and now this comes forward? What should be an additional precaution that people can possibly take?
So reversal of immunocompromise. It's not an easy thing to do, but as soon as you are away with your corona infection, do not just start loading on sugar and carbs and all, because if you already know that your body is going to take time to metabolize all these things. So if you remain at high persistent sugar levels, if you have a chest infection, for example, and you're going out in a polluted Delhi environment without taking care, your immunity is further going to go down. So that is still where your responsibility as a patient of COVID comes in. Do not celebrate getting okay immediately. Give your body time to recover, 5 to 6 weeks. Give it proper hydration. Stay away from unnecessary drugs, right? And go in for a good nutrition. These are the 3 things you can do.
Is it contagious, or can there be other hygiene related issues that can also be used as precautions?
Absolutely. It is contagious from infected things, it is contagious if you're not washing your hands after touching infected surface. So the mucor is although also possible to come from the air, but it is usually through contaminated surfaces, moldy vessels, brushes, toothbrushes, old toothbrush, their containers. These are the places from where it can come in a normal household setup.
So how worried should people of Delhi should ideally be, because this was so far only in Ahmedabad, and now Gangaram is also facing some patients, and you've also lost a few of them. So what is going to be your word of caution to our viewers, whoever is watching you today?
My view of caution is about the precautions first, and then let me tell you that Ahmedabad, Delhi, London, outside in scientific journals, we are getting reports of increased mucor infections everywhere, because the standard of treatment for mucor for COVID is the same almost worldwide. It's a big problem, no doubt about it. We hope to get on the other side of it once the COVID infections come down. But till then, it is very important that a person recognizes the symptoms, because the treatment is equally arduous. Once you come to the treatment part, there is a treatment, unlike COVID, which has treatment definitive. It has got an antifungal which can be instituted, which can make you better provided you are at an early stage. Surgery has a role, but it is a debridement surgery. You wouldn't like to get your eye out or your part of your jaw out to deal with an infection. You want it to be there all the time, and certainly you'll not like it to go to your brain. So immunity response, and physicians also must take a lot of care in prescribing steroids, recognizing these symptoms. I would place special emphasis on physicians in the peripheral areas. When they get their patients back, the GPs and all, they must look at these symptoms and refer them whenever there is a requirement.
Thank you so much, sir. That is a strong word of caution coming in from Dr. Munjal, informing everybody about mucormycosis, the kind of precautions that can be taken to try and prevent it. But first of all, what he says is, do not let your guards down if you've even recovered from coronavirus outbreak. With video journalist Mrityunjay in New Delhi, Samir Kapoor.